many of my attempts to record today failed, from technical difficulties and from difficulties with my existence. Today's video is just going to be my aim for this video was to touch base and say good day after not being active and not streaming and not making much content at all for a lot of 2021. I just wanted to catch up and discuss my achievements for 2021 and my goals for 2022. So this is that video. Now that it's the new year, I'm looking to start actually posting regular content and not worrying as much about what I'm posting as much as worrying that I'm posting. Yep. I have been on a waiting list for EMDR therapy for the whole year and have not really progressed forward with that because of waiting times and the pandemic and lockdown and etc. I think one of my biggest highlights was probably actually managing to be conscious and aware of what I was doing while playing a gig this year. Because despite gigging for a while now, I don't think I've been that conscious for most of it. I have to sort of zone it out to be able to do it. And at a few gigs this year, I really concentrated on the fact that I was sharing my music with people. The act of sharing art that I've created when I was so sad with complete strangers and being able to actually acknowledge that I am brave enough to do that is really special. Started my Masters in 2021. Began the Masters of Human Rights. I did post a few little tidbits about dialogue and stuff in 2021. My memory is just, trauma does that to memory, but I essentially don't have one. So if I already rambled on about that, sorry. I can share what I've learnt from my Masters and what I learned from my Masters with y'all as we go along. And what I'm learning from my music, because I've just learnt a lot. It's been a big learning experience. And a big wake-up experience, because I was a child that very much thought that the world was full of fairies and daisies and sunflowers, and coming to, or living through the pandemic and studying human rights across the entire globe, just really ashamed that people act the way they do. I don't know how we can fix it. It seems like a very philosophical question. Everyone seems to believe they're right, and yet every answer sort of creates a battle anyway. It's really intimidating when you get in front of the camera. I mean, it's a bit less intimidating because this is just my phone camera with no microphone and stuff, but it gets really, really scary, and then you're supposed to share your opinions and thoughts. I don't want to carry through with it because I believe that my opinions will hold a decent amount of value, at least for people with similar lived experiences. I've lived through a lot of trauma and I'm still quite an optimistic person on the other side, so I feel like sharing some of those things I learned would hopefully only help people. I finished my psychology degree as well. Funnily enough, living it feels like it makes me more qualified to talk about it than studying it does. The combined experience of studying it and living it at the same time really adds a bit of depth to the learning process. While you're reading about certain personality disorders and certain issues, you're also being diagnosed with the same ones. You're memorizing symptoms for exam questions. You're also experiencing them. I found it very helpful to be able to go and speak to my psych teachers about what was going on. So that was pretty good. I guess I'm just concerned that the more I make random lower quality content, the more I'm opening myself up to being made fun of. But thus far, I've not actually received anything mean, and everyone's been quite nice. So why quit before things happen? And also, I'd hope that I'd be strong enough to stay, even if someone's mean to me. 2021 was a shitstorm. We'll look past it. Looking into 2022, hopefully you will get a lot more content of assorted quality. Okay, bye.